5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning. I'm John Miglosh with the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. So off we go into the wild blue yonder. We're going to go with my little capture thingy. There it is. It's all set up just like a real TV guy. Okay. So the first news is, and just from a little while ago this week, EU charged Google with another 1.7 billion. They're up to almost 10 billion. It's like the little traffic cop who sits in the speed trap and says, "Hey, we can make real revenue here." This is the third multi-billion-dollar fine since 2017, which isn't that long ago. And it won't be the last. And Google has yet to pay a dime. Oh, that's equivalent to the market caps of Groupon, Bed Bath & Beyond, Office Depot, Papa John's, which Shaquille O'Neal is now the rep for Papa John's, which I think is hilarious. You know, Papa Murphy's is the only one I can't get my arms around because what would an Irish guy know about making pizza? There's something in that pizza that tastes funny to me. Anyway, Sonos and GoPro combined. Google has yet to pay a dime. The search engine giant is appealing the first two fines and deciding whether to appeal the third. Okay, so last year Alphabet did $737 billion in annual revenue. So 10 billion. It's not exactly a drop in the bucket. You know, and I always wonder whether that's gross revenue or it's net profit, but anyway, a $14.5 billion penalty is small potatoes for a big apple. Okay, so that's that. Now, I want to move on because, first of all, this was an interesting article. Shoppers don't wake up with intent. A shopper might dream about buying a watch for 10 years before actually opening up her wallet. Yeah, and I do that. I have a goal of another new client, and when I do, I'm going to get my watch that I want. It's not the same as my Rolex. See my Rolex there? But it's a watch I want. And I'm putting it off until I get my job done. Okay, people don't wake up with intent. You know, they can take a long time to make a decision, or they make a decision so fast that all the retargeting in the world won't work because it's already done. Customer experience is a difficult thing. And I've made that point over and over. In fact, we talked about, you know, my wife's customer experience of buying shoes in a shoe store that had chickens. You can't replicate that easily on the web, which brings us, and I was going to share, and I didn't because I kind of ran out of time. I was going to share about buying jewelry in the Caribbean because they give you rum. Why go to a bar? You just walk from one jewelry store to another. You get free rum, or if you're in Cancun, you get free tequila. And usually it's better than the stuff you might buy at the grocery store just to make margaritas, which they don't even hardly know about down there. They don't have margarita mix in the grocery store, but you can, you know, put it in 7-Up. That's what we did. You can buy these 3-liter bottles. They're about this tall. It's really amazing. Anyway, so they give you all this rum, and most of the time you buy something. How about that? So let's look at this article by The Hustle. Hustle is my new really like this news source because they have a couple of new articles every day, so they're worth checking in on. I recommend The Hustle. Okay, so this is about a guy who was watching the Super Bowl and got pretty drunk and bought decided he liked Justin Timberlake and bought $165 a piece tickets to see Justin Timberlake. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Justin Timberlake was last year's Super Bowl. That's what I thought. Okay, so this is old news. Drunk shopping is estimated by the author, who isn't necessarily credible, at a $45 billion per year industry. But you know, it's a good laugh, and it's good. It's well written, good laugh. So 45 billion. How much does the internet do a year? You know, I don't even know if they do that much. But anyway, Amazon is the preferred shopping platform of choice. Women shop drunk a little more than men over here, right? People who drink, 80% of them roughly buy drunk products. And I thought that was great. Yeah, Zachary Crockett, that's the author. He's excellent, excellent. I really like this. This is the way you should write data-based articles, with a little humor and tongue-in-cheek humility. Millennials outrank boomers. Sports enthusiasts or sports people in the sports industry are most likely, but transportation is right up there, which is a scary thought. Oil and energy. The least likely are writers, which really goes against the left bank, the left bank picture of the drunken artists. Although maybe they're not shopping, they're just drunk and writing. Okay, so it's about an equal mix of beer, booze, and wine. Women are higher on wine, men are higher on beer. I don't know. This is a nice illustration of, well, what's the average? What's the national average? And they do have some national averages in here, so way to go, Zachary, on that one. This was funny. Drunk shoppers consume 10 drinks a year, which is double the non-drunk shopper. Okay, so a clue is drink less. Another clue is stay off Amazon one click. Make your computer block it at like 2 a.m. I don't know if you can even do that. According to the Institute of Alcohol Abuse, alcoholism, low risk. If you have no more than 14 drinks a week, I'm below that. That was a really good thing to know. And there was another good article. This one I liked a lot. Kentucky was the winner. I couldn't believe that one. And Connecticut was second. Whoa. And, I can't see all the rest of them in the middle. But Wisconsin was right in the middle. Okay, Kentuckians won. Amazon won. eBay is my shop quick of choice, but that's another thing. People buy clothing and movies. Here's some weird things I wanted to get to. A World War II era bayonet, that's probably eBay. A bouncy castle, a breast pump, a guy. A splinter from someone NBA star's foot. Night vision goggles, NRA membership. Go figure. Trilogy of satanic books. This is the one I like best, okay? The drunk purchases. Do you increase your impulse purchases? Yes. Do you regret? Not mostly, no. Do you send back? No. So, in the bottom here are some ideas on how you can maximize your drunk sales, since they mostly keep it anyway. Late night flash sales. Post-bar inhibitions can be impacted, and that can cause healthy impulse buying. What a great tip. I think that's a great tip, and that's for you, no charge from me. Okay, now, then on a more serious note, I don't have enough time for this one, so I'll probably have to shove it off. But Mark, really like Mark Ritson. Someone asked him about Verizon's new brand purpose. Humanability. Hum-ability. Could be hum. Maybe it is. But one advantage of this is there's no way anyone can accuse Verizon of being inconsistent to it in the future. And Mark makes some great points. Starbucks talks about how they want to inspire and nurture human spirit one neighborhood at a time, and yet manages to pay half the tax that most businesses in the EU pay, which is, there's nothing illegal about it, but you'd think they'd want to pay extra if they really want to help each community. I don't know if that's true. Some argue that the more you evade taxes, the more good you do for a community. Mark, you hadn't thought of it that way, did you? Gillette, this was great. Gillette is entirely comfortable lecturing its customers about how to improve their behavior around women and charging women 25% more than men for the same razor. Now, Mark, this is not the same razor. This is purple. It has, smooth, round things there and roundy stuff. They both have 5 blades, but if you just painted this one purple, it might not sell as well. Obviously, we have to give Gillette the benefit of the doubt. Women are free to buy this razor. They don't have to buy the purple, right? That's another point that you didn't make, right? But it would cost them £5 million a year. Here's an interesting one. Fearless Girl, which, if you read the New York Times article about women traveling alone, I have 3 fearless daughters who traveled many continents I haven't visited alone. And fear might be a good thing, but anyway, the Fearless Girl State Street put up this Fearless Girl statue, but pay its own female executives less than its male ones. And Johnson & Johnson, their purpose is responsibility to patients, doctors, nurses, mothers, and fathers who use our product, but as early as 1971 may have known there was asbestos mixed into their talcum powder, baby powder. It's complicated. He really, really likes Patagonia, which is nice. Their prices are high for me, so I don't. I like that the founder says go to Goodwill and buy your ski jacket. But this is the best one. What if many of the firms proclaiming purpose and filing afoul of inconsistencies are not failing to execute their strategy, but actually succeeding in it? Because if your purpose is simply to make more profit, then you're not purposeful at all. Thanks, Mark, for those good, wise words.